Welcome back. I am Fiddlin' Johnny, and this is my Fiddle channel and Magic Review. Hey, I'm really glad that you're back and checking out these videos. So today we are going to review Sonic Dice by Hanson Chien. The effect is basically the ability to control the dice at will. It's an updated version of Miracle Dice, I think, by Tenyayo. So anyway, I've already opened it up. I've been practicing for a couple days, and I want to give you my honest opinion about this. Like, there are some pros and there are some cons, and things that you need to know if you are interested in this product. So stick around and we'll get right into it. All right, I am so glad that you are here today because we are going to look at Sonic Dice by Hanson Chien. I hope everyone out there is doing well. I know that it feels kind of crazy in these times. If you're watching this, this is during COVID times, and so been locked up and waiting for things to get back to normal, and in that time been just spending time looking at lots of different magic products and trying to find ones that spark my interest so that I can tell you what I think about them and maybe you can use them as well. So Sonic Dice is one that I picked up because, to be honest, the trailer looked really great to me, and so I wanted to see was it as good as it looked. So let's go ahead and get into this and tell you a little bit about it. It is based upon Flash Dice by Tenyayo, and Sure Shot Dice. So those are two older effects that have been around for a long time, and this is an updated version of those. Let's go ahead and open up the package and show you what's on the inside. The packaging is really awesome and really great. I want to make sure that I am hiding from you what you get here, but this is what it looks like inside the product. It's a great little carrying case. Let me go ahead and pull this out and what you get in here. This is the carrying case that it comes with. It's really a high quality carrying case. I don't know if it's leather or not. I think they say it's leather, but I'm not sure it really is. I know some people in some of the forums have complained that it has the Hanson Chien label on it, and so for spectators they might be curious about it. But if you can see that there, it's not really that prominent and not something anyone could determine what it is. When I open it up, here is the carrying case. It's a nice, clear, solid carrying case that it comes in. And if you open it up, you'll see that the dice here are pretty much a normal set of looking dice that you're going to get. Although they're slightly gimmicked, you'll get this nice piece of foam that holds your dice in place, and then the carrying case, which you can go ahead and put your dice into and then perform your effect. And the way the effect is done, you can shake it a couple different ways. My preference is to just go ahead and do it like that, and at will you should be able to get to the exact number that you wanted. And if it worked properly, and it did that time, we got snake eyes. So let's talk about the gimmick. This is what you get. The gimmick is really good in terms of this is all great, high quality, and I have zero complaints whatsoever about the product. In fact, I would suspect this will last a lifetime. The plastic is super great. So it's fantastic in that way. So you're going to get the product. You're also going to get a link to a streaming video that you can download. It's 27 minutes long. It is shot really nice. It is super easy in terms of the visual to follow it. And so, you know, when I look at that, the effect is that you control those willet dice. You can control it at the speed of sound. That's how they sort of describe it from their ad copy, which means that's why they call it Sonic Dice. There's no real sound. It's simply that you're able to control the dice and make them change just like that. I want to get into it in terms of some of my pros and cons with this. I love the pros that every product part of this is examinable. Folks can hold it in their hands, no problem. There's nothing to find. There is nothing that is going to be a problem. You can repeat it over and over, and I think the more you practice, the repeatability gets a little bit easier on that. The sort of another thing that I really like about it, it's easy to carry. You just shove it into your pocket and you're ready to go. Quality of the video is awesome. So when it comes to pros and cons, I feel like there's a lot of stuff. From a pro perspective, a lot of magicians would go, that's great. The quality of the gimmick is good. It's going to last me a lifetime. It's durable. I can carry it with me. It could be everyday carry for folks. There are some, I would say, some serious cons with this. Let's start with the video. And this may not be a con for everybody, but the ad copy does not indicate that the instructions are done in Mandarin, and it has English subtitles. So if you speak Mandarin, it's great. If you don't speak Mandarin, then you're going to be using the English subtitles. The English subtitles are about 98% accurate, maybe 99% accurate. When it's not accurate, you can pretty much get what their point of is what they're saying. The visual on it is perfect. So there is nuance and knackiness in terms of how you make the subtlety of this change, and the instructions visually are really good. I did have a challenge with the video and the teaching instruction piece of it, is that I had to stop, pause, rewind multiple times in order to make sure that when I was watching the visual, I couldn't read the copy because I needed to see what was happening visually. And so I have to pause, then look at what the copy said, and then go back and rewind and watch it again. So I had to do that on multiple occasions. You know, that may not be a con for a lot of people. You should just know it, that when you're learning it, you're going to need to be patient in going through that process. I went through it at least 3, maybe 4 times before I really began to feel comfortable and understand some of the teaching there. But it's all doable. But you just need to know that going in. It seems like it should be relatively easy. And the truth is, there are 2 different methods that are taught in order to control the dice to how you want them. The first method that they teach is a shaking method, up and down. I did not like that because it was not 100% accurate. And quite honestly, I put in a fair amount of practice and still could not get it to be 100% accurate. I found the most reliable way was the way that you saw me just doing it earlier, which is a method where you do a back and forth shake, and it works better that way. However, most of the training video, they utilize this up and down shaking movement in order to make it work, and I found that method wasn't 100%. So that's important for you to know. You really will probably only have one way unless you practice and practice and practice and practice before you'll get the knackiness of it down. I found that when I first pulled it out and was practicing with the up and down movement, that I couldn't get it at first. And so after a minute or 2 of practicing, I was able to get it down. If I was at a gig, it would feel weird to me to do a couple little practices first before I performed it in order to get it 100% correct. So that's why I like the back and forth movement better in terms of being able to do it. So I would say it seems very easy to perform, not as easy as it might be advertised. Another con was it's $49.95 American US dollars. I felt like it was expensive, to be honest. So it's a $50 trick that probably I would say the going price with good quality gimmicks these days could be around $30 to $35. So this will last me a lifetime. It really does, but it seems a little high for what the effect is and for the props that you get. Even though they're high quality, they'll last forever. It's a little on the expensive side, in my opinion. I felt like I could have spent that $50 better for another effect, or would have been happy to pay $30 to $35 for it. The other con that I have it is there are no real-life uncut performances. So you only get in the studio performances of the effect. I would love to see an uncut performance. And this is for any of you out there who are magic creators or distributors and you're putting videos together. Please just add a real uncut performance of it. It really makes a difference for us to be able to see, does it work as you say it does and as easily as you say in a real life performance, rather than in a studio where you can cut until you have the perfect performance and that's the one that you're going to use for your video. So who's going to like this? This is perfect if you are a social media magician. It is ideal. If you're doing social media, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, you're going to love it because the visual is powerful, it's strong, and it is quick, and you will love it. If you're a close-up magician and you do the type of close-up magic that involves poker or gambling routines, those sorts of things, I think this fits in really, really well with those types of situations. If you're doing the ability of how you want to be able to control cards, this would be an addition or an add-on. Like you can also control dice, so that you have a lot that you're able to control at will. And I think those types of performances will like it. If you're the type of magician who wants to be able to have folks touch the props, great for those folks as well. So really a close-up magician or social media magician. And if you're close-up, it really is suited, I think, for those who are doing walk-around, maybe at casino nights, and those sorts of things would be really great for you. Does it work as the ad copy says? Sometimes, but not 100% of the time. Will I end up performing this? I probably won't. I have to admit that since we're in COVID, I haven't been able to get out and actually perform it. And so I've been performing it for folks around my household. And I feel like it's kind of lackluster, to be honest. I will give it a try when I'm able to go out and perform again. But for right now, I probably think that it is not something that will end up in my set. So that's what I think about Flash Dice, or Sonic Dice, not Flash Dice, Sonic Dice by Hanson Chien. If you like it based upon this, please go out and purchase it. It is for some folks, but will not be for everyone. And it's important to note that the method can be knacky, and you'll have to sort of work and figure that out for yourself. So, all right, I really appreciate you coming here to this channel. I want to make sure that you like and subscribe so that I can keep providing these videos for you. I really want to do high quality videos for you with honest reviews. And in this situation, you know, my honesty with it is it's a little expensive, is 100% of the time. And that out of the two methods taught, only one of the methods did I feel super comfortable with. If those are things that you're comfortable with, then it'll be great for you. And certainly if you're a social media magician, I wouldn't worry about all those sorts of things because you can make it work for you in those scenarios. So I hope that's helpful. Please keep coming back. I'm Fiddlin' Johnny, and remember to keep fiddling around with your magic. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
All right, go.